Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts about the 40k universe. I am your host Gershwin, and today we're going to be talking about the chaos god Tzeentch. So let's get into 40 facts about Tzeentch. Tzeentch, also known as the Changer of Ways, is the chaos god of change, evolution, intrigue, and sorcery. He who weaves the threads that connect every action, plot, and subtle intrigue in the galaxy-wide game of manipulation. Tzeentch is known by 100,000 titles across the galaxy, amongst them the Weaver of Destinies, the Greater Conspirator, and the Architect of Fate. In many ways, Tzeentch is both the best and the least understood of the Dark Gods. He is the god of fate, plot, and schemes, as well as the god that exemplifies the ever-changing nature of the warp. Tzeentch does not plot towards some end, at least not that we can comprehend. He schemes simply to scheme. He is constantly building, even as his devices unravel under his own complexity. At the same time, he is the god of knowledge and comprehension, and his devotees may be those who seek a deeper understanding of the often enigmatic universe. In his mind, he listens to the hopes of every sentient being from every planet in the universe. He watches over the plans of his playthings as they unfold into history, toying with fate and fortune, both for his own entertainment and to further his schemes. Tzeentch feeds upon the need and desire for change that is an essential part of all life in the universe. The Chaos God's mastery of time, history, and intrigue allows his ploys to intertwine seamlessly, forming a web of casualty that spans the stars. Tzeentch is aware of the visions and plans of all mortals in the galaxy. He takes great delight in the plotting of others and favors the cunning over the strong. When the inner voice in a man's head speaks, when the desperate whisper their prayers into the night, it is the Architect of Fate that listens. He perceives every event and intention, and from that information, his mighty mind can work out how each will influence the future. Perhaps the Architect of Fate has planned to overthrow other chaos powers, or to extend his domination over all mortal realms. Perhaps not even Tzeentch himself can say for sure. Whatever his ultimate goal is, he seeks to achieve it by manipulating the individual lives of men and Xenos alike. Few of Tzeentch's plans are ever simple. Some span eons with their complexities, while many others appear contradictory to each other, or even against his own interests. Only Tzeentch can see the thread of potential futures weaving through time like tangled multicolored cords, cords which themselves are made of decisions, happenstance, and flukes. Tzeentch is the undisputed master of magic in the universe. Sorcery is one of the most potent agents of change, and those who use it are amongst the most ambitious and hungry for power. The raw psychic energy that empowers the psykers of the mortal realm is actually the fabric of the realm of chaos, the same fabric that makes up the chaos powers, their demon servants, and the shadow selves of men that flicker in the warp, and the mankind calls them souls. The use of psychic power, or magic as it is rightfully known, is held as the ultimate expression of faith among the Tzeentch followers, who have much to gain from their patronage. Though it will likely cost them their immortal soul, they will at least have boundless power to show for it while they have time to live. In Tzeentch's eyes, mortal creatures are immeasurably steeped in mystique, yet they somehow wage their personal wars completely unaware of the countless contradictions in their souls. Tzeentch cannot help but dabble in the mortal realm. Some amongst the Inquisition believe that the Great Conspirator is responsible for the exponential increase of psychic abilities in human race in recent millennia. His own need to manipulate and control and his desire to increase his power in the warp means Tzeentch is eternally playing the great game waged amongst his brother chaos gods. While one mortal lies to another, while envy and ambition survive amongst men and aliens, Tzeentch will work his magic as the puppet master of the universe, working towards the day when the final great work will be revealed. The skin of Tzeentch crawls with constantly changing faces, leering at the mocking onlookers. As he speaks, these faces repeat his words with subtle but important differences, and providing a commentary that throws doubt upon his words. These lesser faces appear and disappear quickly, but the putrid face of Tzeentch himself remains low down in his chest, so that the head and the body are one. From above Tzeentch's burning eyes spring two sweeping horns, the spiraling extremities of which crackle with arcane fire. The aura surrounding Tzeentch is heavy with magic. It weaves like liquid smoke above his head, forming subtle and interwoven patterns. Form of places and people appear in the smoke as Tzeentch contemplates their fate. Those who appear there will inevitably find their minds, bodies, or destinies mutating into strange new forms, for none can come to Tzeentch's attention and remain untouched. Tzeentch exerts his influence in the mortal realm through subtle manipulation and devious ploys. The victims of his corruption are sorcerers drawn by the promise of forbidden knowledge, scholars who seek knowledge at all costs, and politicians who are lured by power. Tzeentch's true power is sorcery, and as all sorcery flows through the font of the Immaterium, so too is Tzeentch the master of that twisted chaotic medium of psychic energy. Tzeentch embodies mortals' tendencies towards change, the drive to evolve and manipulate. This spirit is present in the essence of every living creature, from the first division of a cell in the womb to the ultimate craving for survival. It is in the hearts of those with the strongest desire to prevail that Tzeentch whispers with insidious promises, offering a means of life eternal to those unwilling to accept death and oblivion as inevitable. Tzeentch's sacred number is 9. His colors are typically seen as blue and gold, but an ever-changing rainbow of color is appropriate as well, given that he is the Lord of Change. He embodies mortals' desires for evolution, improvement, innovation, and progress, as well as their dreams of wealth, prosperity, and the better tomorrow. While many perceive this motivation as healthy, wholesome, and perhaps even necessary to a mortal existence, Tzeentch, the great conspirator, works to corrupt the aspirants and ambitions of mankind and Xenos alike. The other gods tend to act upon mortal society more directly. Tzeentch and his servants scheme and conspire quietly and stealthily to guide and influence the mortal societies. The changer of ways favors subtle weapons, flattering words, enticing temptation, healthy ambitions stroke to traitorous or immortal ends, and above all, schemes within endless schemes. While the other gods adopt fixed forms much of the time, Tzeentch manifests in a multitude of forms. Over the eons, certain traits have emerged in these appearances. Such descriptions often reveal Tzeentch as a thin, lanky sorcerer, either male or female, in robes that continually change color. Tzeentch's head hangs low beneath his shoulders and his arms are long and spindly. Although many have described Tzeentch in this way, others have portrayed the dark god as the colored smoke, crackling energy of an unknown type that burns or mutates the object it touches. Others show malformed birds, fish, or perverse hybrids of the two that swim through the air and fly through the sea. Indeed, birds and fish are figured heavily in the description of Tzeentch, in this iconography and in the shapes taken by many of his demonic and mutated mortal followers. Tzeentch's most powerful followers, his greater demons, the Lords of Change, resemble giant humanoid birds. His screamers and discs that carry his champions to battle often appear as flying aquatic manta rays. Typically, the Changer of Ways stands in opposition to the Lord of Pestilence, Nurgle. Where Nurgle represents chaos as entropy, Tzeentch represents chaos as energy. Where Nurgle promotes decay and atrophy, Tzeentch promotes potential and progress. Where Nurgle fosters deterioration and ruin, Tzeentch fosters germination and development. On innumerable occasions, Tzeentch's intricate plots have been foiled by Nurgle, and the two Chaos Gods' demonic and mortal servants clash as often with each other as with their mutual enemies in the Immaterium. At times, the Chaos Gods must unite and act in concert if their individual plans are to be fruitful. And it is always Tzeentch who brokers these rare alliances of chaos undivided. Tzeentch never acts out of selflessness, and it can be guaranteed that every time he moves to unite the powers of chaos, he does so ultimately with his own goals in mind. And those were 40 facts about the Chaos God Tzeentch. Well, really it was 41 facts. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, we're not done with the Chaos lore videos. We have part 2s that we still have to do, and a lot more awesome demon videos. So please subscribe to the channel to get that. If you are new to the channel, we post Warhammer 40k content at least once a day, except for Monday and Tuesday. I think Monday and Tuesday we're going to start doing 2 videos a day. So please subscribe to the channel. If you're already a subscriber and you already like, share, comment, you guys are what keeps us going. So please, we need that positivity. We need those comments down below telling us what you guys want to watch. So please do that down below. And without further ado, this was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.